Title: The Honest Man's Legacy, Part 2. In her mind, her father was too simple. Maybe even foolish. Years passed. Mr. Adewale continued working honestly, quietly, faithfully. Until one evening, his body became weak. He fell sick.
I feel so weak.
And not long after, he passed away peacefully.
Wow.
When the news of his death spread, many people were surprised by something. His burial was simple. There were no expensive musicians. No convoy of luxury cars. No wasteful celebration. Some people whispered quietly, "Is this how a senior director is buried?" Tola felt embarrassed. In her heart she thought, maybe my father truly did not succeed in life. But life had a lesson waiting for her. A few months later, Tola applied for a job at Shell Nigeria, one of the largest oil companies in the country. She was invited for an interview for the position of operations manager. The company building was enormous. The reception was filled with many applicants. Everyone was dressed sharply, holding files. Waiting nervously. Tola sat quietly among them. Her heart was beating fast. Then something unexpected happened. The door suddenly opened. An elderly man walked in, surrounded by security officers. It was the chairman of the company. Everyone stood up immediately. The chairman looked around the room carefully. Then he asked in a strong voice, "Is there someone here called Miss Adewale?"
Is someone here called Miss Adewale?
The room went silent. Tola slowly raised her hand.
Yes,
sir. The chairman looked surprised. "Please follow me to my office immediately." The other candidates stared in confusion. Inside the chairman's office, the man looked at her closely. Then he asked softly,
"Are you the daughter of Mr. Adewale?"
"Are you the daughter of Mr. Adewale, who worked as a senior director many years ago?" Tola nodded. "Yes, sir, he was my father." Suddenly the chairman became emotional. He sat down slowly before speaking again. "Your father was a great man." Tola was shocked. The chairman continued. "Many years ago, when I was a young businessman struggling to survive, I needed approval for a project," the chairman continued. "I went from office to office. Every director asked me for a bribe." He paused, remembering. "But your father refused to collect even one kobo. He approved my project simply because it was the right thing to do." The chairman looked at her with deep emotion. "That approval saved my company. And that moment was the beginning of everything I have today." Tola's eyes filled with tears. The chairman continued quietly. "I searched for your father many times to thank him. But I never found him." Then he leaned forward. "But today, his daughter is sitting in front of me." Tola could barely breathe. The chairman smiled. "You came here today for the position of operations manager." Then he shook his head. "That position is too small." Tola looked at him in confusion. Then he said firmly, "From today, you will work in this company as an executive director, with all the benefits." Tola could not speak. Tears rolled down her face. When she left the building that day, she cried deeply. She remembered every time she complained to her father. Every moment she thought he was foolish. And for the first time in her life, she truly understood. Her father did not leave her luxury cars. He left her something far more powerful. A good name. From that day on, whenever people asked Tola about her success, she would say, I once believed my father failed in life. But I later discovered he had already built a future for me with his integrity." And people everywhere began to repeat a powerful truth. Money can open some doors, but a good name can open doors, even after you are gone. If find this story interesting, like, share and comment.